Hello again, people. Right, H1, sorry about all the lines on here, but I'm always doing a rolling sort of analysis for myself, watching for trades, and you can see the high, low, lower high, lower low of the H1 there. We've broken that's the H1 high there, which is 129.561. I wanted to close above that to confirm that I could go long. We did. The hourly 8MA had turned green as well, which was fabulous. So dropped to the lower time frames, and you can see we'd actually had the pullback just before the hour had closed, and then it was just a question of waiting for the break of dropping down to the 1 minute rather, waiting for this to turn green. In this instance, because of volatility again, that you can see the volatility has moved it back into the market. You can't wait for the close. We've talked about this many times. Oh, hang on, sorry. The other thing I wanted to point out, and this is that how you can track these candles. So this is something I don't mention very often, but by using this candlestick analysis, you've got a black and white, if you like, or red and green pathway that you cannot move away from, as it were. Now, all the way down here, there was no chance of reversal. Even when you get these turned green, unless it breaks above and does that three candlestick thing, the high, low, lower, high, lower, low, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, and break and close above that, you can't consider entering. So we only got one signal here, this one, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, and then low, high, lower, higher, low, higher, high, and close above that red candle there. And this moved up to the tune of 70 odd pips, 75, 76 pips. Massive move. If you only want 10 or 15 or 20 pips, you got them. And target some sort of previous resistance. Well, if you took it from the break of that one, then you've got nothing above you except that candle there. You know, and this is, when you watch this stuff enough, this is how you build up the confidence. So yeah, back down to the 15 minute, and took the break of the high of that. In fact, I went to the 5 minute and 1 minute to double check everything. 5 minute, there's that pullback we just looked at on the 15. Then we got this massive confirmation again. Once again, guys, look, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, and close above that, the high of that candle. And then it's just a question of double checking the 1 minute, and the histo was right as well. And then waiting for the break of the previous 1 minute candle, which was this one here. Entered the trade. You can see the spread is taken into account there as well. That's the gap between the high of that candle and the entry of the blue there. A little bit of drawdown, nothing to worry about. You know, the H1 was powerful enough to enable me to have no fear of this reversing. I mean, it's the beast and the dragon or whatever. It could have reversed, but that's that's experience that allows you to go with it. And the target was the 130 level, big round number, massive round number, where the stops are hidden behind and take profits are and such like. And then I thought that was it for the day then. And then we start to see momentum move into the market again. So I do my analysis, and you know, these levels act like magnets. This has been drawn in from the M15 chart, and so every one of my trades is always following the same rules. That support there, high, low, lower, high, so on. What do I always say? Last support broken is the most likely new support tested. So that line was on my chart before I entered the trade, and it hit it, and it will have, you know, let's highlight that one so you know the one I'm talking about. there's the highlighted one there, and there's where it used it. You know, it's not hindsight going on here, guys. This is you know, years and years and thousands upon thousands. Remember, I've been doing this full time, staring at charts 7 days a week, probably 12 hours a day, for 15 years. So I expected that level to get used and tested, and then the level above was the monthly low, monthly support going on there. That again has been used and tested. So if I draw, oh, and then I saw another opportunity for a trade, a little scalp trade. Last trade of the day, length winning trade of today. Had a little go there, you know, same reason. Green, 5 minute it turned green shortly before my trade, I think. Took the break of the high again. In fact, I have to say it was my momentum baby here that got me in this one, and the target above there. I felt that was going to get hit, and as you can see, you know, these reversals don't happen willy-nilly. You know, break of the hourly 8MA, you know, all these things, all these I's dotted, T's crossed, box ticked, whatever way you want to call it, they are all part of your decision making process. There's another reason for that trade, that the histogram on the 15 minute, I'm talking about the last trade of the day, you know, they're not, in my opinion, once you've got this stuff battened down, it's not, you're not taking risks, you're not picking tops and bottoms and things. Look, that's closed there. The histo, note it was mine was lagging again. The histo got me in. It will get you in many trades. You've got the pivot point as well, that's generally used as a target for not my trades. You'll notice I rely more, the pivots are there, and I mentioned or videoed a trade yesterday, I think, where I did target the pivot just short of it, and it was there and I didn't mention it. Oh no, I went beyond the pivot, that's right, because I rely on my levels far more than I do on the pivots, but the pivots do work. All the big institutions, or a lot of big institutions, use them, apparently, according to all the ex-professional traders I've spoken to during my trading life. So they may well as be on the chart. But if I've got a big level up here that I know, not necessarily a round number, but a big level of support and resistance that I've drawn on my chart, then, you know, you can disregard the pivots, in my opinion. But you'll have to learn that yourselves by experience. But this last trade was taken because this did this, and what more can I say? The RSI histo alert is priceless, in my opinion. So and notice it did that as well prior to that that trade I took there. It turned the colour, and that's good enough for me when you've got a very volatile movement happening. You know, they've taken it sideways for a bit, and then they've put into the move of the night, as it were. So sorry this has gone on a long time again, this video, but I'm trying to cover every thought that I put into trading, and I don't, you know, the intention is not to confuse you, it is to help you. And you know, you've also got a lower high. This is actually Vix Barandio's 1, 2, 3 reversal, where the price fails to make a lower low, i.e. here, and then you could count the confirmation on that candle there. It's closed above that one there, so we've got the high, low, lower high, lower low, and then you remember, I don't count the candles, it just the swing of the candles. I mean, it's better if it does it quickly and in 1, 2, 3 candles, but that doesn't really matter as long as it's on the same time frame and it breaks and closes. Then that, and as you can see, the price did a little bit of jiggery pokery, up, down and sideways, and then the next candle was the entry, and I explained why in the 1 minute. But you know, so this is a 1, 2, 3 reversal, and this here was a 2B reversal. Swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, high of the poke bar, trigger bar, whatever order that is, and anything above there you can take the entry. So Vic would have got in there, had a bit of drawdown on the 2B. His stop loss is below the swing 1 low, so perfectly safe. Monster drawdown on this though, so that's why I don't trade them. I always trade trends within trends, so I don't want to get involved in this this pullback bit. I want to get involved in what I consider. So we were protected from that by the H1 waiting for the confirmation to the upside. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a good Tuesday evening. That's 22 trades, 22 winners in 2 days. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And it all comes from watching Digger and Aussie having the confidence to do what they do. So thanks again, have a good evening, bye now. Oh, don't forget to ask any questions as well. If I can answer them sensibly, anything at all, I will create videos for you. Hopefully not too many, but you know, while I'm improving so much as a result of making videos for you, then I am happy to